I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Let's go. World's Most Dangerous Podcast. Vivo P's in the building. What's good?
It was going bar for bar. Shouts out to the fans, man.
Let's get it.
That's good.
Hondo up in this piece.
F to the R to the S to the H to the O to the U to the T. That fresh out.
What's up? Wake up who?
Neighbors.
Wake up the neighbors outside tonight.
Down, man. Let's go.
Man, y'all know what
We
it
got
is.
Bebo P in the building tonight. What's going
in
down,
the
man?
building. All I know is 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. 2 all beef patty. That's all I know. There you go.
Thotties is out tonight. What's good? Gotta give you that scat, man. Gotta give you that scat tonight, man. What's good?
Oh yeah, like hey, you said it best, bro. It's Thoughttober, so hey.
Someone's Thoughttober.
I guess that's all I can say
man,
about that.
Thought dog. You know what I'm saying?
Iceberg, how you living out here in these streets?
First of all, man, if you don't know where yet, man, you with the #1 hip hop debate show on YouTube, man. Fresh out, you know how it goes down. LB the Podfather, J Kim, aka Ron Mexico, and of course we got Bebo P, aka Money Sunshine, because when he brings the bread out, the girls start smiling and light it up. You know how it goes down, man. Bebo P was good, man.
Hey, man, we're just doing it for the people, like always, man. Just glad to be in the presence of you, brother. Like you said, shout out to J Camp and LB the Podfather, and special shout out to y'all as always. If y'all haven't hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, share this podcast tonight. If you haven't, go ahead and cash us outside with the Cash App and the special notification. If you're feeling frisky, Power 600. Yeah, cuffing season. Yeah. I guess, you know, if that's what makes y'all feel frisky as well. But you know,
season, because there's gonna be some people selling your dreams because they wanted somebody to hang with for the holidays.
Yeah.
So you know, just be clear. Just be aware of what's going on, man. When you when you have a whole bunch of, you know, people trying to get sliding them DMs, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get a little meal, man, for the little holidays, man. But
Iceberg, man, how you living, man?
I'm good, man. Shout out to my nephew AJ. He turns 14 next week.
Okay,
so that's a big deal milestone for the nephew, man. Shout out again, LB the Podfather, man. J Camp. The married guys got the night off, so you know the single guys hold it down. You know how we do. But again, hit the like button, like Bebo P said, man. Check out all our social media, man. You know how it goes down. And also NFL Shop, we got it already in there for you.
That's right.
All you gotta do is, man, hit it up, man. 65% off, man. Use the caption scoring, especially if you're trying to score tonight. You need that 65, man. You know what I'm saying? We got you. Use our link though. You know what I'm saying?
All day.
And get drizzy with that. You know what I'm saying?
65% off, baby.
Come on, man. Also,
use the code scoring. We
got some power moves, man. MyRapverse.com. That's the new spot, man. Like all the other spots, man. Fugazi. You know what I'm saying? MyRapverse.com. This is where you're going to see us at. All the new hip hop content, man. We got some dope stuff over there. The Facebook group is crazy too. And also, we got our guy DJ Scandalous coming in on Wednesday, man. He's gonna be holding it down with us. This dude, man, like I don't want to compare him to anybody, but this dude is really just a rap genius, man. He's the dude really bringing in a lot of dope content for a lot of you hip hop fans, man. We love him to death, man. We had to get him on the show. We're gonna talk this Wednesday, man. But again, he's gonna be on, man. Shout out to DJ Scandalous. You know how it goes down. Some of the dopest mixes on YouTube. We're gonna put the link in the chat as well. If you love Tupac, if you love some dope mixes, that's where you go, man. On YouTube and also Facebook, all social media, but definitely YouTube. Go check him out as well. Then also, I just gotta give a shout out, man. This is a personal joint, man. To our guy, Michael Johnson, man. This dude makes the illest hip hop art. If you don't know who this cat is, Go to his website, M Johnson Artwork, man. This is the thing, man. Like, we got so many dope dudes, man, especially our brothers, man, who are really doing some dope stuff. You got to go out and support them, though. You know what I'm saying? So, in the day, man, go check him out. mjohnsonartwork.com. This dude is talented. He's basically made artwork for Colin Kaepernick, Spike Lee. I mean, a whole bunch of cats, man. Like, the dude is just awesome, man. Go check him out. mjohnsonartwork.com.
Yeah.
Go support the dude. Even if you can't buy no art, just go follow his page. You know what I'm saying?
There you
this
go.
dude
There
is
you
really
go.
dope, man. Go check him out. Man, that Biggie joint with the dollar. Come on.
Come on, man.
Stop the cap. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So, shout out to
you got
our
the
guy,
dollars
man.
out, man. Look
You know
at
what I'm
that.
saying? But we got a good show. We got a good show, man. We're gonna go in, man, get it busy because
yeah.
You know, we gonna get crazy tonight. But typically, you know how we do, man. On Saturdays, man, we do the music. But as everybody's trickling in, you know, I know y'all getting the tipsy. I know y'all got your little drink somewhere over here. I got mine, you know what I'm saying?
Some of y'all got a little something.
But as y'all trickling in, we gotta talk about some shout outs, man.
Okay.
First of all, I've been wanting to talk about this for a minute. The trailer finally came out for LeBron's reboot of our classic movie that we love from the 90s, House Party, what I guys Kid and Play. The trailer, I want your thoughts on that, Bebo, man. I'm gonna save mine for after you get done. Right. Also, shout out to our OG, man. I gotta throw out the AK for our OG. Sugar Free, man. One of my idols, man. One of my dudes. You know, his music is just awesome, man. Shout out Sinful to P too, you know what I'm saying? But Sugar Free got married, man. Salute to that brother, man. Like, anytime you find a real one, man, and you do that, you know something special, man. So, you know, shout out to him, man. Want to get your thoughts on that too, man. Shout out Sugar Free. Yeah. But Lil Baby, we're gonna talk about him today because he just dropped I'm not gonna say a hot one, but he dropped that album this week. But he said something that was crazy that most rappers don't say. He said that BBLs are officially played out because everybody has them. You know what I'm saying? It's not anything that makes you exclusive anymore because you can be a Rudy Poot little chick and get one. What's your thoughts on all these shout outs, man, as everybody's trickling in? And Power, we need to know what you're thinking on these BBLs too, man.
Absolutely.
I know you be in the club with it, you know what I'm saying? I need to know what you got going on with the BBLs, man. But what's your thoughts, man, on everything so far, man, just on the shout outs?
Well, first off, like you said, man, I also believe congrats are in order for Sugar Free, man. You know, it's actually crazy to know that one of the most well-known pimps in the from the hip hop game, ended up jumping the broom like several years after we got introduced to him, on the pimp side of things, but it's all love, man. Everything is congratulatory on our side of things to you and your family, brother. So definitely wishing the best, many years of family success for you and yours as Mr. and Mrs. and whoever else is involved in that family unit. So shout out to you, Sugar Free, man, and your family there. Regarding Lil Baby's BBL statement, it just really
hold on. Let me give it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
There you go. And Power.
First of all, Power saying that that's the new normal at this point.
Sadly, it is the new normal at this point. And it, with that said, though, Lil Baby's statement really just goes to show how most guys will really just go off face value to view something like a procedure as such, being nice looking in its initial view and even use. But, after so long, I mean, most guys just understand that there's nothing as good as the original beauty and fit and or voluptuous shape on a nice looking female as just their original state. And again, being fit, voluptuous, just nice looking. So it's not saying Lil Baby won't still entertain chicks with those BBLs out here, here and there, however it goes. But as we can tell from his response, it's getting old to him and played out. And speaking of played out, no pun intended, the new House Party trailer, man, folks, if y'all have a different opinion, it's all good. But at least from the first trailer, this doesn't come off like a house party film to me. It really just comes off as another one of those new age, polished looking BET type of films or what have you.
Oh, did you say BET?
Oh,
Dang, is that bad?
I mean, to me, it looks that well. I don't want to say it's that bad, but yeah, it's that it could be that bad. Yeah. But it really just happens to be it comes off like a movie that just happens to be about needing to throw a house party in a desperate time of need for the main character. Because I say that because the original house party, it had not only a storyline to it like this one does, but a culture of hip hop that was implemented as well.
Facts.
For example, the Kid and Play characters, they are not characters, but people, real life cats too in hip hop. They had their own dance that was made famous at the time in real life from that first movie. That's a part of culture. Kid had the infamous flat top haircut too back then as well. Hip hop culture. George Clinton on the ones and twos as the DJ at that time. And you even had some famed comedians, the late John Witherspoon, Martin Lawrence.
Bernarski.
Right. Yeah. Martin Lawrence and AJ Johnson. You know what I'm saying? So you had the famous comedians in there as well that gave their rich comedy as well. But this new one just comes off like it's not going to have anywhere near the same sauce as the original. But for everyone else looking forward to this new remake release again, it's all good. It's all respect. Let's just hope that it doesn't flop like Coming to America 2 or Space Jam's remake that had LeBron in it, as well as this upcoming house party in 2023, I guess is coming out. But I'll land my plane there and let Iceberg go in with the Kofi if possible.
This is the thing, man. Like, this is a situation,
yes,
man. Like,
rest in peace to John Witherspoon.
First of all, let me just
rest in peace.
Just salute to Sugar Free, man. You know what I'm saying? Just OG status, man. Salute to him and his lady, no doubt. Lil Baby's 100%, man, on the BBLs, man. It was played out before it even started, honestly, man. Like, let's be clear, like the women that we idolized growing up, they had natural, regular, B-cup, regular bodies, man. Nia Long, when she did the slow motion run
on Friday
with the Walkman.
Yep.
There was nothing enhanced on her body. Again, we understand, man, that our women are, trying to be competitive, you know what I'm saying? So some people feel like they have to do it to get into a certain market, but at the end of the day, the real ones just respect natural beauty. You know what I'm saying? That's all it boils down to, man. So salute for Lil Baby for actually telling the truth, because a lot of times, man, cats kowtow to the narrative a lot of times, man, to push records. So again, I salute him for being 100, you know what I'm saying? Right. Especially since he got that indictment that he might end up doing. So you might want to throw a couple BBLs at somebody.
Right.
So,
right.
But this house party situation, and shout out to Power. Power's talking about, hey, man, I didn't even know there was even a reboot.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So LeBron basically, is basically funding this situation. And first of all, salute to him for putting some black actors on the payroll and getting them paid.
There you go.
We don't want to knock that hustle at all, man, because we want to see our people acting and getting in the movies, because we complain there's no movies. But the problem is when we do get them, it's straight like cooning, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just trash, man. Like, this is not what we really want to go to the movie theaters and take our kids or take our girl to the movie theater to see some goofy dudes remaking something that was probably written from somebody outside of our culture. Let's be 100.
Yeah.
So I guarantee you it didn't get greenlit unless another culture had this stamp on it. So again, I salute LeBron for this, but to me, it's almost like that Atlanta Falcons theme song by the guy who wasn't even from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's out of touch, man. Like, if you're gonna redo something, like when they redo a Mustang, they redo it right, get the old school cast that was involved. And I'm sure Kid and Play do a cameo or whatnot. But again, to me, it does look like a straight to DVD movie. And
yep.
Again, man. Shout out to to my guy, man, to our guy, man, Lattimore, man. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
he was in my magazine before, man. So shout out to him, man.
Oh
Like, I
yeah. Yeah.
mean,
Shout out.
he's doing his thing. But again,
What
Jacob Lattimore, my fault. Shout out to Jacob.
Jacob.
But
Yep.
the trailer just looked corny. Of course, LeBron paid for it, so of course he's gonna have his cameo a couple times in there. But again, is this something dope for the culture? Honestly, man, this is almost probably worse than the Woman King. At least the Woman King has some factuals kind of in it a little bit. This stuff is like really out of touch, where like you're also putting black men in a place where they can't take care of themselves. You know, I got to throw a party and do something illegal to take care of my daughter.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So again, it puts black men in a place where we don't look like we running stuff. And let's be clear, we're running some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let it be told. You know what I'm saying?
Quite a bit.
So this is why we have our platform to let y'all know we running stuff. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to go in somebody's house and steal stuff and do all this other. Well, some of us do.
Right.
But but we're gonna be talking about that later on. But again, shout out to LeBron. We'll see how it goes, man. But again, I ain't checking for this joint. And but if you are, put some in the comment section. Let us know what you're talking about, man.
All day.
And I definitely want to hear what J Camp and LB the Podfather got to say about that one.
Oh yeah. All day.
But speaking of another one, we gotta talk about Gunna. Shout out to Gunna, man. Actually, I shouldn't put the guns on that joint. Gunna actually was denied bond. And shout out to Gunna, man. ATL rapper, man. You know what I'm saying? Holding it down. Had a crazy album at the beginning of the year, and then it got shut down when he got hit with that Rico. You know what I'm saying? And he's been locked up since, man. But they don't really have anything on him that's a violent crime. So, or any charges. So,
or at least not that we know of.
That we know of. You know what I'm saying? So again, from what we know, what's your thoughts on this, Bebo?
I'll say I ain't mad at Gunna at least making all 3 attempts of trying to get bail if I was in his shoes. At the same time, Gunna should have known daggone well that Fulton County is not going to let him out on bond. Fannie Willis is out for Pookie and Ray Ray, so-called gang-affiliated blood. If anyone of just if anybody of that ilk even smells or even whispers the word Rico in the shadows, I mean, she's out for blood. Her and the DA, they're just out for whoever's just, whoever they can collect evidence on, and they can build a case on. Plus, Fulton County, I believe we said this before, they don't want anybody getting out at this time in order to possibly extort any likely witnesses. So that's another thing that we have to take into consideration as well. Now, I'm not encouraging what I'm about to say here. And FRSHOUT in no shape, form, or fashion are attorneys. But with that being said, I wouldn't be surprised if Gunna's best chance might be to start singing like Iceberg's top 5 artists reading Rainbow Top did, 6ix9ine. So
let's be clear. Most people snitch around the holidays because they want to go home to their family.
True.
They want to get that Thanksgiving turkey with the dressing, macaroni cheese straight out the oven.
On a sesame
butter
seed
biscuits.
No, stop.
Butter biscuits with the greens.
Butter biscuits with the greens.
With the yams that have been sitting overnight on the counter, soaking up all that cinnamon and sugar. So again, a lot of cats start snitching around the holidays. So again, who knows? Again, like you said, Bebo, who knows what's going on with Gunna's situation? I saw Kim Kardashian with her BBL. Also talking about this as well, and said she was upset about it. And I do agree with her at this point for this situation. I do agree. This is a travesty that we know of. So again, like I said, hopefully, man, if Gunna hasn't done anything wrong, he gets out, can see his family, man, looking like Ralph off of the Muppet Babies. And hopefully he gets back to the fam, man. But, we got nothing but love for Gunna, man. if Cats did something wrong, you gotta do the time, right? You know what I'm saying? But if you haven't done anything wrong, man, there's no reason you should be sitting in nobody's slammer. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, man. So we praying for Gunna, man. Hopefully gets out, man, does his thing, man. Any last thoughts on this, man, B-Bo?
I mean, the exact same words that you stated, and with this being the third, and I think it's the last time that he could have appealed for a bond. We're just gonna have to see what happens come trial time. And with that said, Power 600 said YSL is allegedly a gang, not just a label. That is what they are saying. That's what they're saying. Yep, and you took it right from me. Surf, he just got pent up too. So yeah, I hope he can get out too. His Rico is out there as well. Yep, he just got caught up by the feds or the law enforcement just a couple days ago or so, 1 or 2 days ago.
Man, rough too.
Yeah. Hey, again, Fulton County and they're
not playing, bro.
Not playing at all, and we see it right before our eyes. And I don't think we've even seen the last of it with Surf here. So yeah,
I think there's gonna be 2 more, man. I don't want to say nobody's name because I don't want to like
you don't want to
ill will, man. But at the end of the day, man, keep your stuff tucked. You know what I'm saying? Tuck it in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You gotta play. You gotta keep it tight, keep it right, and keep it tight. If you're out that way, and just period. So again, like you said, Iceberg, we're really hoping the best because that's a very sticky situation that Gunna is in, and even more so, I would argue, Young Thug, even more so for him because
Thug ain't getting out. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he does, but he ain't getting out, man.
It doesn't look like it.
But speaking of best wishes. But speaking of sticky situations, man, we got to talk about Cameron, Mason, Jadakiss, man. Let's drop a bomb, man. They in a sticky situation, man, because they can't tour because of Sus Diddy, man, with the kilt on, man, twirling in the streets.
And in hot tub, too.
But so much hot tub, no time machine. But the whole thing, man, is at least they dropping music. So they dropped a new single
instantly.
GLH, man. It's a banger. It's a New York banger, in my opinion, man. I think this should have been the set off for the tour. But again, we're not getting the tour allegedly because it's Sus Diddy. Again, they announced a 7-city tour. We were excited about it. We talked about it on this platform.
We did.
Next thing you know, Sus Diddy goes on Breakfast Club, talks about Mace owing him some money. Mace responds. No more tour. So, but we do get a single though. I guess we get a side dish like Brittany Renner, the Renner Milk on the side.
Wow.
What's your thoughts on the single though? Because that's all we get right now.
I think releasing a record like GLH was honestly the next best thing that the three-headed monster tour headliners could have done in order to combat the strong likelihood of J Camp's mentor, Sus Diddy, pulling Geppetto strings while chilling in that Grove hot tub to shut Mace down at the expense of Jada and Killer Cam as well. That Gorilla, Lion, and Hyena song was fire. And it was really a dope alternative to reintroduce these three legends, reintroduce them back into the ears of the consumer base that have known them from day one, or, it's new to some of those that have learned that these three are just dope artists. And this is just a refreshing song to those of us that remember their pedigree. So, I can respect this move, and I like this move that they did because it's saying and it's showing that, hey, look, you might be able to shut us down in one area, but you can't shut us down when it comes to reaching the people.
Can't stop the music because none of us
can't stop the music. Yes, but go ahead, brother. You got it.
I thought the record was dope. It's definitely an NY anthem. I agree 100% with what you're saying. You can't stop the music. You may be able to stop the tour and talk to Live Nation or Ticketmaster and stop some stuff. But hey, we're gonna get this music up. Then the other thing, man, is all three of them ain't said nothing. They ain't put nothing on social media. They ain't said nothing about that tour. So something serious is going on in the background. And for them to drop the music is almost saying, you know what, let's do something just to keep people's this buzz going that we have. So if we do get those dates back, they already have a single ready to go, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot. So I think this is just a filler just to hold it maybe for another week while they try to get some paperwork going, talk to Sus Diddy, man, get the kilt, get in the tub, and maybe do a ritual, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that one though, real
You
talk.
know what I'm
I
saying?
doubt that.
But either or
Who
just say,
knows?
you know what, we might have to go to the West Coast, you know, because this was going to be East Coast thing going down the coast. So maybe they got to go and holler at somebody else, man, and get that protection. Maybe going through an E40 or Ice Cube, that kind of situation. So who knows? But again, we'll just kind of see what's going on in the meanwhile. But the record's hot. We'll see what's going on in the meanwhile as far as that tour is concerned.
That's right. That's it.
Speaking of hot though,
mm-hmm.
we gotta talk about Megan the Mule. You know what I'm saying? And this thing, we don't necessarily like her on this platform, but she's a human. She's a black woman, man. We gotta rock with her on those levels. And reportedly, her LA home was burglarized. And she lost about $300,000. And of course, I'm gonna always look at this is the world's most dangerous podcast. We don't believe anything that comes out of most of these people's camps. This could be a different situation or a tactic to do X, Y, and Z. What's your thoughts on this, though, Bebo? Just hearing this coming from TMZ.
It's funny you asked me that because my initial thought was, another rapper's crib robbed of a substantial amount of jewelry and other goods, worth a significant amount of money, and then I thought, I might have to consider putting on that the iceberg kufi and consider the possibility that, and I'm not saying this is so, but you can't rule out that insurance scam joint. You can't rule it out. And again, not making that claim absolute, but you just never know. We just came off of T Grizzly having that happen to him. And again, not saying that was absolute on his end either. You just never know. But we're just glad that Meg is safe overall and wasn't in the house at the time of the alleged robbery. Also, and speaking of allegedly, she, there's a side of me that really can't feel all the way sorry for Meg on this one. And I say that because allegedly Meg and or her stylist, along with Fashion Nova, allegedly again stole the fashion collection, a design work of one of Ozia and her TLZ La Femme apparel pieces last year or sometime even prior. And Meg's response at the time sounded kind of disingenuous on whatever platform she was in order to address it. And you fast forward to today, that money that Meg made, or rather that money that she said she would pay that fashion designer. She says she would pay that fashion designer if Ozia came at her the right way, I think, in so many words. And, fast forward again, you looks like somebody else went about it the wrong way by way of this burglary. So again, even though I don't wish anything like this on anybody. At the same time, if you've done wrong, or at least not the best, if you haven't conducted the best business to some folks or haven't treated people the best, I think you have to ask yourself whether or not some things are just being brought upon you.
Well, and this isn't the first time Meg has even had any issues with anybody. She's always having issues with everybody.
There you go.
And not saying that she deserves to get her
not at all.
stuff.
Right.
Let's be clear.
Right.
But at the end of the day, man, this industry is different, man. I done seen everything. And again, not saying she doesn't have a boyfriend. Shout out to her dude, you know what I'm saying, little producer cat. But when you stepping out saying that you big and bad, people going to sometimes prove it to you. But also, if this isn't a T Grizzly situation, I think this is also an inside job. Let's be clear. Most of these cats that you invite people to your crib, they know certain situations, man, and they know exactly where to hit because, like I said, they took the goods. They went in the bedroom. So again, like I said, man, I don't think, we're not saying at all that she deserves any ill will, but
Right.
sometimes you bring it on yourself, and it's just it's a consequence. It's like playing chess, man. At the end of the day, it's a game of consequences.
Yeah, in
So,
life, there's consequences with every decision that's made or every action that's taken. You're
mhm.
absolutely right, and that's all we're trying to say in essence. I think I had heard, and yeah, Power 600, it is Wild Times, and you think it was on stage. Hey,
Hold on, man. Hold on. I gotta give Pyre the 10 for Kofi.
mm,
Hey, man, I think it might be stage 2 because she also said she was gonna take some time off. You know what I'm saying?
wasn't that after this
Yeah, no.
alleged
After this
situation?
situation happened, she said
Yeah,
she's gonna take some time off.
right.
So again, we've been seeing a lot of people doing certain
Nefarious
life
activities.
events to
Okay.
maybe get some business rolling. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yep.
So I'm not saying Brandy was capping, but we had a situation with her. So again, this is how you ramp up stuff, man. The reason why most record label cats will say Usher made so much money off of so many albums off of Confessions because there was something real life tied to it. So of course, in Hollywood, there's going to be some weirdo stuff that they're doing that basically ties into stuff. I think, in my opinion, the situation with Megan Thee Stallion with the Tory Lanez thing
Hmm.
blew her up even more too because it had the woman rallying behind her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So again, who knows what this is? We'll keep our eye on it, man. But we know we the most dangerous podcast. We're gonna keep it a buck
that's
and a
right.
half with y'all, man. Like I said, so if it's Fugazi, it's Fugazi. We're gonna call it out, man. So
Yeah.
what's your last thoughts on this though?
Um, we just want to just wish the best for Meg, assuming that everything that's reported is actually true. Um, other than that, I think I had saw or heard somewhere that she's currently or was currently shooting or practicing some things for an SNL show of some sort. So, you know,
No. Oh, and
oh,
Pyre
yeah.
saying that he was talking about the G Herbo stage shooting was
Oh,
staged.
okay. Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, 100%,
Yep,
100%, man.
yep.
That could have
Who
been that.
knows?
Like I said, man, he's going through some things. Fab's going through some stuff. You know, they
A
related with
lot
the
of people
baby
are.
situation. You know, with
Yeah.
with his girl.
Yep.
Who knows? You know what I'm saying? It
Who
could be a
knows?
whole bunch of things, man. But
And you know what? That's the best way to, oh wait, allegedly he was
yeah, he was shot at a
SWV at
concert
a concert.
or
Yeah.
shot at a concert. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yep.
So
I think that what Power 600 said prior to that statement, at least the last two words is a good ending of this one. Who knows?
well, speaking of endings, we gotta talk about Sus Diddy's career. This song that
Oh
he put out,
man.
man. This song is it's hot dog water, boiling water after
Wow.
you done had the hot dog and all that. Like cold hot dog water. This song was already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bryson kind of put a little bit of air fryer on it. You know what I'm saying? But this
Mhm.
song is,
Dum,
I
dum, dum,
mean,
dum, wow, wow. Yep.
so of course,
Yeah.
Sus Diddy knows how to keep his name in the news, man. At least give him that. His PR team is spot on. But this
Yeah.
dude makes a Queen remix, and of course he's a queen too. How you doing? So of course
Oh
the
man.
king queen is going to be on there, Sus Diddy, and he's got Carisha, and he's got Ashanti. Shout out to Ashanti. But the whole thing, man, this was a cringeworthy video. It's a cringeworthy like beat, and then the way that they wrote, because nobody wrote. All three of these people didn't write none of their lyrics. So whoever wrote the lyrics for them was trash. This was just not a good remix. It's not a the song's already but I wish he would go move. I wish he would move on from this song. You gotta
Right.
move on to another single. So again, what's your thoughts on this single, this subpar single from Diddy?
Same as you, man. This song isn't the best one to come from Sus Diddy. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think that who was it? Was it Young Miami on the first verse or
Yeah, that
No,
Carisha.
right? Carisha. I think her verse was basically describing, a simp sweating her as she brags about her new one having more money to spend on her, spend on her lifestyle. The same shallow, shallow swag or whatever. And Ashanti's part on it was actually, fitting, given what we know of, certain circumstances that's happened with her relationship wise. But hey, who knows but her, right? At the end of the day, verse wise, she was talking about being loyal while her other half was, basically just there to smash her on the weekends and the player. She threatens to leave while, saying that, saying that his, what is, a certain size, whatever. And, and then eventually gets a new guy, again, same type of same type of female, modern female swag, whatever, however you want to call it. But again, it was fitting, and the visuals were crispy, what I'm saying. I had the city in there.
Well, this thing, shout out to Kid Art, because Kid Art, man, like, is just dope on
Kid
the
Art,
music.
yeah,
Man.
he
Come
did his
on,
thing
man.
on the
He's
visuals,
dope.
man. Sus Diddy, that dude, man. I heard that part on his verse where he was claiming he can't be no female's option. Well after his ex Cassie left him for the personal trainer Sus hired her for. So
Stop.
uh,
Bebo,
come on, man.
stop.
Stop.
You gotta let the AK off.
Oh man.
He's doing crazy on him.
I mean,
What? And this thing too, I think he's playing Carisha though, because we know how the City Girls got down 2 years ago.
Go
What I'm
in.
saying?
Go
City
in
Girls
on that.
before Megan really took off, City Girls was wilding. You know what I'm saying? JT, you know what I'm saying? Hold it down. But I think their fan base likes it when she's single. They don't like it when she's with a sugar daddy, basically holding up signs going, "Yay, daddy, go daddy, hey." Then the other thing is Puff is a vampire. He's sucking the blood out of anybody he's around. So he's honestly using Carisha as a fake Little Kim.
I agree.
Oh, so he's using her like as a Little Kim, just like Biggie was like, "Yo, do this, say this." So he's just using her. Hey man, I'm gonna give you a car. I'll give you this. I'll keep you relevant. I'll give you a podcast. I'll actually pay to make BT make it the podcast of the year, code of the year. Right. So again, he's using her because again, she's a. It's just like, and this is what we've been trying to say on this platform, man. Black women, you have value, but sometimes you let the wrong people take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Because you want inclusion, like those teal pumpkin bucket candy buckets this Halloween.
Never.
So at the end of the day, it's one of those things where she got out the mud herself. She don't need Diddy like that, at least to be sugar daddy. But at the end of the day, it still goes back to he's using her, in my opinion. Ashanti, man, she did a thing. I like the joint. It had a dope. I know why he did it. It was strategic because it was talking about the Irv Gotti joint. He know he's gonna get headlines. The thing you can say about Diddy, dude, this dude needs to write a soap opera. He knows how to keep stuff moving. But the problem is he needs to move on from the single. I wish Carisha would go back to JT. I think they maybe have some issues going on, like some Offset, type of Migo issues. And she's just basically pairing up with Diddy because Diddy can kind of move her and use her where he needs to.
Right.
But again, I think it's corny. She's not Kim. She don't have the bars. Let's stop the cap.
No, she don't.
Put the brakes on everything, man. She's not that hot to me. If I seen her in Miami, I'm gonna salute her. But she's not on that level. Let's be clear. Diddy's just trying to hold it down. This is why he's got his sons in the videos. He's trying to get that young energy, man. Like my man off of Batman to go into the Lazarus pit. He's trying to get back in it and dip in it, man. But it's a wrap.
Oh, you talking about Ra's al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, he on a Ra's al Ghul swag.
Well, both of them did, but yeah.
And then you over here singing acapella at the beginning, like Phil Collins, my nigga.
With that janky glove, trying to be
with that Michael Jackson evil glove.
You need to let go of that. Got to move on from that, and you got to move on from that Beijing you keep putting up there.
Dog, that Mike Bless Beijing. Let's stop the cap, Diddy. And this thing, man, we go hard on Sus Diddy, man, because we got mad respect for him from the past, man. But you got to know when to move on.
Exactly.
And you ain't no artist, my G. You need to be putting some other cats on to do your thing. I understand you got a brand. of your name, but yeah, honestly, man, looking like that dude that doesn't know when to leave, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty sad, man. And let me see what Pyre's saying, man. You mean Miami holding it down? Yeah, well, JT was in jail. Yeah, facts. Didn't Puff give her more gifts? Yeah, he gave her that little truck joint, the little BMW Maybach truck.
Yep.
But again, what's your thoughts on this joint, man? Before we go in, because again, this was cringe. The whole video was cringeworthy, man. Honestly,
it is. Like you just said, and as we've said before, Diddy doesn't realize that he's lost his luster, and he's doing whatever he can to reinvent himself out there in the industry, and it's just not working as well as he would like it to. Heck, even on the video, when you look at it on YouTube per the date of this recording, which today is the 15th of October, 2022. Peace Touch 182. What's happening, bro?
Man,
but yeah,
I wanted to get off before I gave him the AK, man.
But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But the views are only 600,000. Now it'll go up gradually.
And he done bought about 200 of those,
as well as the comments.
Damn.
Oh yeah, that joint tight. Man, that joint's a dope remix.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, Ashanti looks dope.
Stop the cap.
Not on Ashanti, but the cap is for the numbers.
Right.
Ashanti look good. I'm talking about bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. You look good. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
So it must be a nibble because I'm drooling. So
you talking good like I'm gonna say 2 all beef patties.
Nah, special sauce, man. Come on, get the scat on. See that scat pack. But Touch is saying Diddy singing on the intros like him adding a hi-hat and getting production credit. This is why you come to Fresh Out, because we're not even on it. Our guys are on it, man. Come on, Touch, man. Is on eyes on it all the time, man. Come on, Devon, all our guys. So
the
spot on, man. This is horrible. This is the thing. We normally, when you hear that Diddy put his imprint on it, pause. Normally it's like top notch, because normally he's buying the best guys to write the bars. He's getting the best producers to go in and remix those beats. This was horrible. This is out of touch. This is the house party 2022 type of swag, man. Everybody's out of touch right now. Besides Touch 182.
Right. And it's funny because the last time I think Diddy had some type of luster was for the Nipsey Hussle, God rest his soul, that Victory Lap album. That sus Diddy went in, allegedly. Well, no, he was there. I mean, he was there.
But I'm not saying that he actually was like, hey, do this, do that. I think maybe do to show him some love and gave him some credit.
Could have been. Either way, though, it's been a while since we've heard Diddy, provide premium quality music or anything really. So this is just going to go downhill from here, at least unless something better comes about. But I doubt it at this rate.
If y'all feeling it, put it in the comment section, man. If y'all liking this record, man, y'all think it's worth something, man, put it in the comment section. But again, I ain't feeling, man, and it's not to sus, man, but honestly, it's just showing that he's proving our point.
He really is.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, go spend some time with your kids. You know what I'm saying? Go find a new artist, man, or whatever. But I get it. Did he spend most of his career bigging up other artists, and now he's like, hey, man, I got my own thing, so I'm gonna keep this thing going, man, and try to promote myself and my brand, and also bring in my little Kim, which is Carisha. I'm gonna bring in my situations. But again, that's really just a Bryson Tiller song. Let's be clear.
It really is. I agree.
So
it is.
And like I said, and then also we talked about confessions earlier. He's trying to get into this confessions bag, man. Get out of here, man. Don't nobody care about your story, man. And don't nobody feel sympathy, man, for you losing Cassidy. Out of here. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about somebody real. Let's talk about Smoke Dizza. Let's go, man. Hey, man, that sweater's fly, man. Shout out to Smoke Dizza.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he just dropped the hold on, man. Pirate said something. He said, I think the song he did with Pharrell years back was better than 100%. Yeah.
And for the record, Power's talking about Diddy, not
facts. Yeah. Smoke Dizza, man, dropped an eight piece, man, 10,000 hours, man. I'm gonna say it's an album, even with the 8 tracks. I think I'm not gonna call it a project or an EP. This is an album, man, because he's got Currency on there, the game, Ransom. What was your thoughts, man? Before I go in, what was your thoughts on this album that we're gonna call it?
Oh yes, I would definitely consider it an album. You know, Smoke Diz's project, 10,000 hours, which is, for those who do or don't know, it's rip off of the not rip, but it's from that Malcolm Gladwell book called Outliers. You know, because Malcolm Gladwell had said that it normally takes somebody 10,000 hours to master anything that they focus on. Long story
Mhm.
short, so but you know, this 10,000 hours album is pretty much that 8 song roll through. It's kind of a roll through for me.
Yeah,
Let
it
me
was.
think. Yeah, North Face Bombers. Let's start there, featuring the game. Dope
Mhm.
joint with the same use of this of the sample that Alchemist used for that Jadakiss and Styles P "We Gonna Make It"
Yeah.
joint.
Mhm.
A nice job, nice job producing and rapping on that one, folks. So, and I know that we already broke down the "Dope Wish Upon a Star" joint featuring Currency a few or several Saturdays back. So, if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and do so whenever you get the chance, and we go more in detail about that joint, because that was the first song that we saw that was released from this project.
Facts. Yeah.
Mike and Keys, man, that cat laced the smooth head nod flu game, which was the first joint, in the laid back flexing. So
Mhm.
those were dope fly joints as well. And man, Smoke Dizza, man, he did his thing while Ransom rode that top of the morning beat like crazy, man,
Yep.
crazy. And if I'm not mistaken, it sounded like that heartfelt "I wish heaven had a FaceTime," which was the
Mm.
last song on there, was I think it was an ode of sorts to his dad that passed away. You know, Dizza, when you hear this song, he really expressed emotion on that one.
Yeah.
As I'm sure it was pretty hard for him to write that, not just a verse on there, but I'm sure it might have been difficult to record it as well. Hence why it's only one verse prior to hearing a conversation, which sounds like it's between those two. But it's a very special track nonetheless. Um, but yeah, definitely playlist worthy if you haven't heard it yet. Go ahead and check that out. Smoke Dizza is on a roll. Iceberg, what are your thoughts, bro?
This album was perfect. I love the fact that a lot of production had no drums. They're
Yeah,
just samples. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Kind of gave you that Rock Marcy feel.
So
You
I
know what
was
I'm
thinking
saying?
the same thing
Rock
too. I
Marcy
didn't want
feel
to
all
say
day
it, but
long.
yeah,
Let's be clear.
yeah,
So again, if you love hip hop, if you like bars, then also, man, you gotta check this project out. It didn't get a lot of articles written about it.
it didn't.
Not a lot of fanfare.
Right.
But this is one of the best drops that came out this week. You know what I'm saying? And again,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is the third album that he's been a part of this year, third or fourth album that Diz
Mhm.
has been a part of. He dropped one in earlier. There was one
Yeah.
this summer, and then this one.
Okay. Yep.
So
Yeah.
again, he's been dropping music like crazy, and it's high quality.
It
So
is.
again, whatever Smoke Diz is doing, man, he got a Peloton in the crib. Whatever he's got going on, he is on fire this year. 2022 is his year, in my opinion. He's been dropping a lot of great music with a lot of great producers. Everybody in the industry wants to rap with this cat. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I want to
That's
say,
why.
if he didn't basically whisper in the game's ear, don't say no like and this, and don't name drop in none of them verses in your verse.
Mhm.
Game did a great job on that track.
He really did.
You know what I'm saying? And that's normally Game's gonna come with some corny bull.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Name dropping and stuff like that. He didn't do it on this one, man. He actually stayed in pocket. So I don't know if Dizza told him, hey man, I need this from you. But either or, man, Game was vintage Game on this joint. You know
He
what I'm
did his
saying?
thing.
And of course, Currency, man, is the dude. You know what I'm saying? Like they two peas in a pod. So this
They
is
are.
the best album of the week, in my opinion,
Oh,
man. This
hands
Smoke
down.
Dizza, you gotta add it to your playlist, man. Again, another banger, man, out of this clique, man. Salute.
Definitely salute, man. If we had done bars of the week, this is definitely
Shout out
that.
J Camp.
Yeah, yeah. Peace to J Camp. You know, Smoke Dizza, he's been cooking. I
Mhm.
mean, really with fish grease this 2022, having just dropped Diplomatic Immunity 7 months ago. Shortly after, I think it was that group project you might have been thinking about with Wiz
Khalifa. The group joint,
Wiz Khalifa and
that drip joint.
Wiz Khalifa, the name escapes me. Dude from the South. He produces as well. I don't know why the name.
I know you talking about.
Oh gosh.
Come on, man. We gotta get his name.
Dang. The name just escaped. I don't know. Gosh.
Crit.
Big Crit.
Big Crit.
Big
there you
Crit.
go. Hey. See, normally Jammer come through with all the names when we can't figure out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shout out Big Crit. Yeah. That album was crazy too. Then he did the
one
with his crew too.
Right.
The drip joint. So
that's right. But with lines on there like So Many Chickens is like Purdue on that 1,000 grams. The beat switch midway on that one was dope, by the way, almost as if it was two different songs in one track, but the transition was dope. But to go from that to even like that Right Now, featuring its producer Stephen Young, it really sounding like that sounds like a dope single, by the way, and video that should be shot. Hopefully they do that, but if not, it's still all good. But really, in everything else stated about this project, the Iceberg just gave to you, and yours truly, this is definitely something you got to listen to if you're a fan of Smoke DZA and the music, the type of music that's put out by him and or his ilk.
Facts, man. Like I said, man, best album of the week, man. Let's be clear.
Hands down.
Again,
hands down.
Salute to Smoke, man.
Yeah. Yes.
We gotta talk about the most hyped album of the week. This is Pyre's favorite artist, man, Lil Baby. Hold up, man. Pyre saying the guy people thought who was similar tone to Pimp C. Yeah, facts.
Oh yeah. Rest in peace to the pimp. Yeah.
All day. The Baby. Pyre and Touch's favorite rapper. He dropped an album out the blue. Man. He was talking about actually it was supposed to be called Lamborghini Boys. Then he'd actually changed it to It's Only Me. I think that's a sneak diss to Offset, in my opinion, or just the haters at all.
Okay.
But it might be only him getting indicted. So you might get a dice. So be clear. But this dude's been giving out backpacks, turkeys, chickens. He's been helping the homeless, man. This dude dropping albums. They just gave him a Baby Snowman Helper Award, man. They had a whole event just to give him an award, Lifetime Achievement Rapper Award. He's been trying to do anything, man, to not get indicted. But again, he dropped the album. He always has dope album covers. Always got the gold on it. I'm not a super Lil Baby fan, but the dude can spit. Let's be clear. My issue, I got one issue, and I'm gonna basically talk about it after you go in, Bebo P. What was your thoughts on It's Only Me, this amazing record from QC?
I'll just go off of the I'll just give some examples by way of the singles / videos. I'll start with the Hey joint. It's okay. It's okay. It's an okay song, I guess, regarding his dealings with females of various instances where he seemingly.
You're right, Touch. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shaking hands, kissing babies, calling himself an activist, the whole nine.
Come here, little nigga, baby. Come here, little nigga. Come here, little nigga, baby. Come here.
Stop.
Come here, little nigga, baby.
Oh God.
YouTube's gonna say, what did he say right here?
Right.
Nigga, baby.
Man, but no, he's got some okay singles. That Hey and California Breeze, he's on his female swag. I noticed that the California Breeze, no, not that one. The In a Minute, it sampled that Drake's Pound Cake, or if not the sample from it, essentially. But that's a decent joint about his success, some of the grind it took to get to where he's at, the money he gets to spend, and the stuff that he has, the haters that were once close knit to him, being jealous. A lot of the tones and undertones of rap, it was pretty much the same throughout the album. Power 600 said Baby killed his flex freestyle.
He did
too. Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, sure did. So shout out to him for that. But uh, this, from what I could tell, the album's not anything to write home about. Twist. Okay. Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Sugar free, by the way, too.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying? For all my diabetics out there.
There you go. There you go. All right. But yeah, it's. I mean, I think the fans might like it. In fact, somebody out there is liking it because he's making his sales. But before I go into that, bro, you know, what's your thoughts? Because it didn't really like
Well,
grab
this is the
me.
thing for
But
me, man. Every artist at some point, man, has a Music Soul Child album. And what I mean by that is,
first one,
well, no, Music Soul Child always makes the same song. Just basically just talks about something different on the song.
yeah,
So this was his Music Soul Child album where he used the same producers, and really it just sounded like a continuous loop of a beat for the first couple of songs, man.
yeah,
It didn't sound different. They used the same drum tracks, the same drum snares. This is Mopar music, man. If you have a Dodge Durango, Caravan, Challenger, Charger, or Journey, this is the album for you to do donuts in the middle of the intersection with. This is basically a hooder version of a DJ Khaled, we the best
man.
album. This is basically what it is. And it's sad because Lil Baby can actually spit. The problem is, in my opinion, is it's almost like he goes out and finds the same beats to rap over.
The same type of beats, right?
The same type of beats. You know what I'm saying? It's either gonna have a galele little joint, you know what I'm saying? Ukulele little joint, or it's gonna be something real trap, and he's gonna basically say, you know, a lot of slick stuff on it, man. This is basically anybody who has a GD or below kind of album.
Yeah.
Again, like he's not really saying too much. The sad part is I bet you this dude can rap his butt off behind closed doors, but he doesn't do it because he's gonna make more money if he dumbs it down, in my opinion.
Well, he's got some word. He's got some.
He's got wordplay
that,
like crazy. We not knocking Baby the rapper.
Right.
We're just I'm knocking the album and the beat selection. It's almost like we know these dudes want this key, this drum track, this 808, and they talk about something greasy on it.
Right.
And he's got the formula, and this is why I'm calling it a Music Soul Child. If Music Soul Child started using different producers, they say, "What are you doing, man? Your audience only wants this." You know, some synth record with boom with a Digby piano on it. Like that's all we want from you. You can't do nothing else. So again, he's almost put himself in a corner with this third album that he's dropped, where it's literally the same old stuff. So again, he's almost about to DaBaby himself because that trend of that music is getting very stale, in my opinion.
So let me ask you this, bro, because I'm glad you said that. Statement about DaBaby in reference to album sales. According to the first week projections for Lil Baby, he's slated to sell around 210,000 copies of It's Only Me. So that does put him in the range of, you know, the top albums that's dropped this year, like your Futures, your Drakes, your Gunnas.
Now, I didn't say that Music Soul Child didn't sell. I'm just saying that the production was basically put him in a corner and keep on doing that. So if Lil Baby ever wants to get on a hip hop beat or something West Coast, they're gonna say, "What you doing, man? Why are you making Mopar music?"
Well, but you made reference to DaBaby as well in reference to record sales.
Well, and so my question, I think DaBaby doesn't have the machine that Lil Baby has. So with having QC, quality control, Coach K, you know what I'm saying, and all those gentlemen over there, we don't want no smoke from y'all. When we go to Atlanta, he didn't have the machine. The Baby didn't have the machine behind him. Then also, Lil Baby, like again, he's been Nino Brown in the streets. He's been kissing babies, shaking hands, doing everything he can. He's going up and doing the verses. Then also, he has a likability because most street cats want to be him. I'm not saying his music is, but he's the new Nipsey Hussle when it comes to the intelligent thug persona. I want to be this dude, put some glasses on, and you know, and be this intelligent thug. You know what I'm saying? So he's the guy that most of the street dudes want to be like, listen to, and he's the guy. He's the Pookie. He's the elevated Pookie and Ray Ray that most black women in our neighbor in our community, honestly, want to be with.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I'm saying? It's him and Moneybag Yo, and Kevin Gates. That's the archetype for our
Real
whole
talk.
community,
Real talk.
from men to women. This is the men that the guys want to be like, the Pookie and Ray Rays, and then the nerdy guys with degrees want to look like and act like, even though they're not. And this is the guy and the persona that most of our women want.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, he's just basically, in my opinion, just giving you the same thing he's been doing. To me, there's no creativity in this album at all. You can pretty much play his first one and this one. There's no difference at all.
So let me ask you this then. Do you see a significant decline coming anytime soon if he stays down this road? You said no?
I think he's got 2 more albums of doing this type of music.
That's what I'm wondering. Yep.
Okay. And then obviously we know this album has maybe a shelf life of January. You know what I'm saying?
If that.
So again, he might put out something again in February, March, or April. But again, I think this is something for his fans to eat off of for the holidays. This gets him touring again. In a podcast, he was saying he makes $300,000 per feature on a song, and also he's getting just the same amount for touring. You know what I'm saying, for performances. So he's eating right now. And shout out to Coach K, man, and all the boys over at QC.
Yeah,
he's eating right now, and this is why, to me, Bobby Brown, aka Offset, is pissed that this dude is winning because. Of course, any other rapper would say I can do the same thing he's doing. I'll go get the same beats he's rapping on, and I'll be popping just like him. But again, I think he has basically passed that torch from Nipsey Hussle, and he's the archetype that every hood cat with a Challenger, Caravan, Charger,
that Cadillac
Journey,
Escalade,
that Mopar music, man. This is the guy they want to be like, man. And right now, he's just on top of his game, and he's got the machine behind him. He can drop anything he wants, and that's what the Migos had issues with in the first place. Was he can drop anything he wants, and we gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? They've been having so many legal issues. Once they got Lil Baby on QC, they ain't thinking about Migos, man, because this dude can go a bomber clock on a beat, and people gonna buy it.
Right.
Right now, he's just that dude to these dudes under 30.
Right.
What's your last thoughts on and I ain't even changed the thing on him. We're talking about
it's all good. It's all good.
What's your thoughts on Lil Baby though?
Apparently he's still a hot commodity to those demographics that you mentioned just like a minute or so ago. So he is a value to his base, his core base. He's still a value to his label, so to speak, slash, was a QC. And I think that people who are hardcore fans of Lil Baby is going to really like this album. He's a talented artist. He does have talent. I do think that he hasn't yet reached his fullest potential. And so salute to Lil Baby. Hey, no shade our way. We're just giving our constructive criticism of the music that we're hearing. But as far as the man himself, he's successful. He's doing his thing, from what we could tell, and we'll just see how things go moving forward.
This is the album that every guy that wants to be in the industry will basically dissect and try to emulate.
I think so too. So he's still very much in the pocket for what his base is wanting, and that does cause an aspirational mindset to take place, is what you're getting at, man. So
again, he's just got the juice. Most artists are going to envy this dude because he's just getting like Jay-Z-ish numbers for this time period.
Yeah,
everybody. I mean, like, dude, look, the Baby got 20, 18, somewhere around there. He's getting 200 first week.
Yep.
And you just dropped out the blue. And when you listen to the album, it's the bottom of an air fryer after you turn it off for an hour. You know what I'm saying? It's not that serious. It's not that hot, in my opinion. But again, he's got the flavor. You know what I'm saying? So
he does. He's got the wave.
Eminem did his thing. Eminem could ride that for 4 or 5 more albums because nobody had that rhyme pattern like him. So again, the Baby came in with that little, you know, that melodic rhyme pattern, man, and then just the greasy talk. And then a lot of his competitors, man, are out of the game. The Gunners, the Young Thugs, the Young Dolphs. You know what I'm saying? Them cats is gone. So you don't have any competition, man, right now, man. Nobody's challenging you in that sound. Then also now, DJ Khaled has taken your sound and made it an industry standard. So again, this is why I'm saying that cats are going to be looking at his album and dissecting it, because now this has become the industry standard of what you need to do to sell records.
Yeah, it is.
So
I agree. Great
again,
analysis,
like I said,
bro.
man.
Great analysis.
This album just came out, man. So you know, hey, man, I may love it. I may put it in the BM dub and love it. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But right now, you know, it's the bottom of the air fryer. But again, shout out to QC, man. Shout out to P, man. You know what I'm saying? P and our dude from Indianapolis, man, Coach K, man, holding down.
Yeah.
Black men are running things, man. Let's be clear. We talked about it earlier.
Shout out to
Don't let nobody fool you, man. We running stuff, man.
That's right.
Shout out to shout out to P, and shout out to our guy, Coach K, over at QC, man. The baby, man. The dude is talented.
Oh, wait, you said the baby?
I want all these brothers to win. I want Megan to win, man. And I want some ownership, man. And that's our key thing, man, as we go into the last quarter of this year, is find something that you and your wife or you and your girl can own, and then put some money and some energy and time into it. Put your 3 T's into it: your time, your talent, your treasures, and put into that, man. Just like we doing here with FRSHOUT, and some of our cohorts are doing as well, man. So again, as we basically start shutting down the year, man, and get into this last quarter, you know, start thinking about what you can do now to get you ready for 2023. What's your last words before we get up out of here, man? We've been here for an hour, man. So
very same thoughts. You know, in addition to everything you said, definitely do what it takes in order to think of things from an asset mindset, to provide you and your household with the value that you all deserve, regardless of the sacrifice. And when I say that, I'm not talking about, you know, by way of, sacrificing your value set, nothing of that nature, but, you know, just doing what needs to be done in order to progress with consistency. We got much love for everybody out there. Thank you for supporting us. And if you haven't, it's not too late to go ahead and hit that like button, share and subscribe, hit that notification bell as well. You know, if you're feeling frisky, go ahead and support us on the Cash App as well as the Super Chats. We want to thank you all for rocking with us this weekend, moving forward and beyond. Definitely be safe. Call somebody, text somebody, contact somebody in some shape, form, or fashion that you haven't talked to in a while, that, you know, you've been meaning to talk to, because tomorrow's not promised. And you know, shout out to all of our supporters, in addition to J Camp, LB the Podfather, TBS Les. Go ahead and subscribe to Texas Brown Sugar. And that's what's up right there. Oh, and look forward to us rapping with our guy DJ Scanless from Rapverse. There you go. And with that said, I'll land my plane there and allow you to take us home, Iceberg Slim.
That's it, man. Hey, man, LB the Podfather, J Kemp, man, Bevo P, Iceberg Slim, a.k.a. Greg Papa, bitch. Get out of here, man. Peace.
Peace.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Let's go. World's Most Dangerous Podcast.
Bevo P's in the building. What's good?
It was going bar for bar. Shouts out to the fans, man.